Mayor Cava on campus at FIU.
When the students lead, everybody else pays attention.
Continuing the push to get students vaccinated. A leader of the Proud Boys speaking in Southwest Miami-Dade.
So I'm here to say they want a war. We got one.
Before he heads to prison. And a retired soldier from South Florida.
It's when we found that there were children in straw baskets hiding.
Part of a picture-perfect reunion. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Danelle Dukin.
And I'm Zitlali Solache. Today is Wednesday, August 25th, 2021.
From the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
Push for protection as schools, even those without mandates, strongly encourage vaccination and masks.
Mayor Daniela Levine Cava stopped by FIU yesterday to encourage students to take an active role in the fight against COVID-19.
This visit comes as protests spread throughout Florida over wearing masks in schools. The network's Christopher Gomez reports from Southwest Miami-Dade.
That's right, Danelle Zitlali. Yesterday, Mayor Daniela Levine Cava came to FIU's MMC campus to try to encourage students to get vaccinated.
When the students lead, everybody else pays attention.
Mayor Levine Cava urging college students this morning to take an active role in the fight against COVID-19.
Because we're starting a new school year, we want to start it right. We want to be safe. We want to take care of that vaccine. It's the number one thing that we can do. After that, we must wear masks to protect from spreading the virus or catching it.
Meanwhile, wearing masks is spurring fierce debate in the Lake County School Board.
And you think that we're just going to give this up, but we're not.
And I don't want them to wear masks. It's my kids, it's my choice, it's my freedom.
Yes, they are. This is ridiculous. This is not okay. Yes, there's adults yelling at kids for no reason because of my choice.
And in Orange County, the school board has approved a plan to require masks for the next 60 days.
I lean towards saying a universal mask for the next 60 days through October 30th.
The Orange County School Board is currently looking towards legal options to fight against the governor's executive order. There is currently no mask mandate due to the governor's order. However, FIU does recommend that you wear your mask at all times when you're on campus. Reporting from Southwest Miami-Dade, I'm Christopher Gomez, South Florida Media Network.
Disney is tightening its COVID protocols with vaccine requirements for Walt Disney World employees and masks now for guests being recommended at all times. Disney Cruise Line also announced this morning that COVID-19 vaccines will be mandatory for anyone over 12 years old taking trips to the Bahamas. Starting September 3rd, children under 12 will be required to show proof of a negative COVID-19 test taken 5 days prior to the sail date.
A flaring temper from Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio shown in a statement made moments before he pleaded guilty in court. New video from an interview at Tropical Park in Southwest Miami-Dade reveals how Tarrio felt on Monday before being sentenced to nearly 6 months in jail for burning a Black Lives Matter banner and bringing high-capacity rifle magazines.
As our own government putting us in cell blocks, hoping that we die. So I'm here to say they want a war. We got one.
Tarrio is set to report to jail on September 6th, where he will begin his 155-day sentence.
Airbnb is stepping in and offering assistance to Afghan refugees. The company CEO, Brian Chesky, is offering temporary housing for 20,000 refugees. And Airbnb says it will be taking care of the bill with help from its nonprofit Airbnb.org.
Well, we've been doing things like this for the last 10 years with Airbnb and Airbnb.org. We've been providing housing for people in need, whether it's people displaced by a disaster or starting 4 years ago, we started housing refugees and we've housed about 25,000 refugees.
Tens of thousands of people have been attempting to leave Afghanistan and evacuate. Chesky hopes this act will inspire other business leaders to do the same.
Mere seconds from a tragic mistake, a wartime moment decades ago connects a South Florida soldier to a group of siblings half a world away. The network's Alejandra Garcia is in the control center with details on an emotional reunion.
Today, 97-year-old World War II veteran Martin Adler lives with his wife in Boca Raton. He
He spent years fighting Nazis in Italy as a 19-year-old soldier, and today he shares a special story from this time as he traced kids he saved back in the day.
Martin Etler was just a teenager when he was ordered to go house to house searching for enemy soldiers. He remembers walking through buildings full of fear and pressure, attentive to the slightest movement from someone for attack. In one home, Martin saw blankets moving and got ready to shoot.
You don't think, you just react.
But then, a woman ran out and stopped Martin before he could pull the trigger towards the movement.
The mother came screaming out, "Bambini, bambini, babies, babies." That's when we found that there were children in straw baskets hiding from us.
To show the children that he was friendly, Martin hugged them and posed for this picture in 1944. He says this picture is the happiest memory of the war. He always thought about them often after the war, and with the help of social media, Martin's family tracked down those kids and reunited with them.
With the help of an Italian journalist and the power of Facebook, he was able to track down the 3 children named Bruno, Mafalda, and Giuliana Naldi 76 years later. In the Cultural Center, Alejandra Garcia, South Florida Media Network.
Krispy Kreme answering the age-old question, what is better than one free donut?
That's still ahead. Plus, how do you set a speed record in a first-of-its-kind vehicle?
Anything over 0 would have been the record.
A 100% solar-powered train makes its debut. Could this be the future of green transportation? Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Heart doesn't see race. Love is love. Roll over.
Chance high five.
All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and fur. I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Rays of hope as a couple of engineers introduced the world to their concept for a solar-powered train. A pair of California inventors broke a record over the weekend.
Their solar-powered locomotive is the only one of its kind, and they're hoping they're on track to change the world. The test was just outside San Francisco. This 40-foot-long solar array of wheels is the world's first locomotive powered by the sun. It has no battery, converting sunlight directly into horsepower.
And sky's the limit. You double the size of this thing, double the speed. You know, we're going off into a different race for transportation.
The train hits speed of about 30 miles per hour. They won't be powering rail cars anytime soon. However, the creators are hopeful they'll get there eventually.
As the FDA approved the first COVID vaccine on Monday, Krispy Kreme is sweetening the deal. The company is offering more treats for people who get the COVID-19 vaccine. From August 30th to September 5th, Krispy Kreme is handing out 2 donuts a day to people who can prove their vaccination status.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Zitlali Solache.
And I'm Danelle Dukin. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.